If you have a dog, you've probably seen Kong toys before. Maybe you even have one. Today, I'm going to show you how to stuff these toys quickly and easily so they work really well for your dog. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you never miss any of our videos. Also, check the description below for links and resources about the stuff we talk about today. A Kong toy is a great tool to keep your dog busy and help teach them important skills. But with all the different recipes on Pinterest and other websites, it can be confusing to figure out what works best. Sometimes, even after you try a lot of different things, your dog might just look at it and put it aside. Here's the deal. I'm a big fan of keeping things simple. That's why I follow the KISS principle, which stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. There's no need to make things complicated. In my opinion, many of the products and recipes out there make a simple idea seem way more complicated than it needs to be. Another important thing to remember is that it's not just about what's inside the Kong toy. It's about how you've trained your dog to like it. If your dog isn't interested, don't just give up and try something else. Instead, train your dog to love their Kong toy. First, let's talk about picking out Kong toys. It's pretty easy. Just pick a link in the description and let an Amazon driver bring you some. But there are a few things to keep in mind. For one thing, Kong toys don't hold as much as you might think. My advice is to pick the one that looks right for your dog and then get the next size up. Sometimes, if a Kong is too small, dogs can get frustrated because they can't get the food out easily. Getting a size up will make a bigger hole, which often helps your dog enjoy the toy more. Also, don't just buy one Kong toy, get at least 4. This way, you can always have some ready to go. You can fill them, use them, wash them, and rotate them. If you only have one, you might end up without any ready when you need them. There are different types of Kong toys. The red classic Kongs are very common and work well for most dogs. The black ones are the toughest and are great for dogs that chew a lot. Other colors are similar to the red ones in terms of toughness. There are also other toys like the Kong. For example, the PetSafe Squirrel Dude is another good option. The Kong Biscuit Ball works well with raw diets. The Premier Busy Buddy Football is good for treats or cheese sticks and can be used for short, quiet times. Even though the classic Kong is probably the best made and most durable, it's good to know there are other options out there. Don't waste your money on products marketed specifically for stuffing Kongs. These are usually overpriced and are basically just junk food for dogs, similar to junk food for humans. Is that stuff even real food? Instead of buying these products, use simple recipes to stuff the Kong. There are many recipes out there that can be better alternatives. But remember, these recipes can be time-consuming and are often unnecessary. If you enjoy making them and have the time, that's great. But don't feel like you have to make fancy recipes to get your dog interested. The key is to train your dog to love their Kong. Then you can fill it with whatever you want. Using your dog's regular food is a great way to save time and money while still training your dog effectively. Since we'll be using your dog's regular food, you need to measure it out. As a responsible dog owner, you should have a regular feeding schedule and avoid free feeding. Free feeding means leaving food out all the time, and it's not good for training. Instead, use a routine feeding schedule. This helps your dog's regular food become a training reward, which is better and more balanced than only using treats. To start, measure out your dog's food for the day. Set aside about 1/3 of it. Moisten the rest and spoon it into the Kong toys. Then, freeze the stuffed Kongs. The remaining food can be used for training. If you prepare 3 or 4 Kongs at a time, you'll always have some ready. Just remember to keep up with rotating them so you're not caught without any toys in the freezer when your dog is hungry. When you first start using Kongs, your dog will get their meals from the Kong instead of a bowl. While a bowl is convenient, using the Kong is a better opportunity for training. Save the bowl for later, after your dog is hooked on their Kong toy. When you take a frozen Kong out of the freezer, you can put a tasty treat on top to get started. Just spread some peanut butter, plain yogurt, or cream cheese over the big hole. Now, have your dog eat their Kong meal in a crate or on a bed, the same place every time. Routines are key to training. As your dog works on the Kong, it will start to thaw and food will fall out. The more they work, the more food they get. This is called auto-shaping, where your dog is practically training themselves. All you did was set it up so it works. Chewing and eating at the same time releases endorphins in your dog's brain, which makes them feel really good. As your dog gets older or learns more, you can use the bowl again but keep the Kong as a special tool. Using a Kong toy helps your dog learn to be alone. This can solve many other problems like boredom, excessive barking, destructive chewing, raiding the trash, and even separation anxiety. It's also great for settling down after being excited or for crate training and potty training, whether you have a puppy or a newly adopted adult dog. You can also add a rope or string to a Kong by feeding it through the small hole, tying a knot, and pulling it tight. This way, you can tie the Kong to the inside of a crate or to a tree in the yard for added fun. Once your dog is hooked on the Kong, you'll find many creative uses for it. Remember, stuffing the Kong won't solve all your problems by itself. You need to use other toys and interact with your dog in other positive ways. A well-stuffed Kong will help you get things done faster and solve many common behavior problems. Good luck with your Kong training. Let me know in the comments how you use your Kong and if you have any questions. Don't forget to check the description for links and resources, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.